News time now, 5:14. Welcome back. There have been protests across the country for weeks, all in the name of slain Florida teen Trayvon Martin. Now the man who admits to shooting him will be charged with murder. We go live now to Sanford, Florida, where Ashley Glass joins us live. And Ashley, if you could, please, we know Zimmerman will appear in court later today where he'll likely plead not guilty. But after weeks of tension in Sanford, what was the mood after news of charges? What was the mood there in the city?
Right, let me tell you, our crews scattered out all over Sanford shortly after that announcement came down that Zimmerman would face second-degree murder charges, and the mood was actually calm. There were prayer services, there was some peaceful rallies at a memorial for Trayvon Martin, but it certainly wasn't an explosive response. I believe Reverend Al Sharpton was quoted as saying, this is not a time for cheering and applause. He said, this is a time to seek justice. So from what we saw scouring Sanford last night, the reaction was calm, and now just waiting to see how the judicial process plays out.
Yeah, I understand we have a new mugshot of Zimmerman as well. Can you show us that or tell us about what it was like when he turned himself in?
Let me show you real quick. This is his new mugshot. He sits in jail right now, faced with second-degree murder charges. A noticeably thinner George Zimmerman as well, compared to recent photos that have been circulating. As far as his arrival at the jail last night, he did turn himself in. He arrived at the jail about 8 o'clock last night. He pulled up in a black SUV. He had a sweatshirt pulled over his face, flanked by several officers. It was without incident. He's booked at a jail now.
And what of legal representation? A couple of days ago, his two lawyers quit, saying they hadn't heard from him in a while. Was he represented yesterday?
He does have a new lawyer based here in Sanford. And interesting to note, this lawyer just jumped on the case last night. Shortly after those charges came down, he held a news conference and he said what he knows of this case is based solely on what he's seen in the media. As of about 6, 7 o'clock last night, he hadn't even spoken to George Zimmerman. Certainly, he said that would be his plan of attack for tomorrow night, to talk to George Zimmerman and really dive into this case. But this new attorney, even in that news conference, before even speaking to George Zimmerman, he maintained that he believes Zimmerman acted in self-defense. He said he will enter a not guilty plea. And also today's 1:30 hearing, that attorney said they will ask the judge that Zimmerman has the option to bond out of jail. We're expecting all of that to play out in court today at 1:30.
All right, Ashley Glass.